Last class we have learned about that effect of aerodynamic force. In this effect of aerodynamic force, we have learned what all the forces will act on this vehicle. That is drag force, down force, lift force. What are the factors which will affect? It will increase the drag force, and how we can overcome this lift force and drag force. Everything we have learned. So for different construction point of view, for different vehicle having different CD value, we will come to know what all the values of CD is changing based on the construction of this vehicle, based on that model and shape of the vehicle. So in today's lecture, we are going to learn about effect of rolling resistance. So let me share my presentation. I hope you can see my slide. So when the car is moving in this road on the road, so there is the force due to the center of gravity, weight of the vehicle, which will act on this tire. So before that, when the car is moving in between, moving in the on the road, in between tire and the road, there is having a force. Rolling forces will be there due to the many factors, due to the weight and height, weight and friction. Due to that, the movement of the vehicle will be affected. That is called as rolling resistance force, or other called as rolling force. So let me explain what are all the parameters which will affect the rolling resistance. Weight of the vehicle. If the weight of the weight of the vehicle is more, automatically rolling resistance will more. Then it is the combination of all frictional load forces. For that is, rolling resistance is the combination of all frictional load forces. So then the friction due to the deformation of tire on the road surface also it will affect this rolling resistance. Then friction due to bearing and gears. Then also this rolling resistance is also the function of material structure of the tires and tire pressure. Then it is also the function of roughness of the road and material which is used in this road, and materials which is used in the tire. Then it is also the function of presence and absence of the liquid on the road. If the liquid is more, raining time, liquid will be more in this road, automatically rolling resistance will come down, otherwise rolling resistance will increase. So these are all the effects of, those are all the main parameters which will affect the rolling resistance. Then let me explain about the impact of that impact of the weight of the tire. So now when the car is moving on the road, it has a center, and the weight of the pressure, due to the weight pressure will act towards the downwards due to the center of gravity. Then the radius is r, radius of the tire is r. So the pressure which is acting towards down is nothing but F is to power P is equal to m into g. Mass in kilogram m. G is nothing but acceleration due to gravity in meter per second square. So now, so when the vehicle is moving in that slope area, when this vehicle is moving in the slope, where I am showing the direction of velocity, it is moving towards up. So weight normally with respect to previous reference plane, that force is acting in towards downwards, m into g. With respect to theta, the slope will, with respect to angle of inclination, that force is acting on is nothing but m into g into cos theta. Why I explain this is, the next slide I am going to including this formula inside for finding this effect of rolling resistance. So now in this effect of rolling resistance, normal cases when the tire is moving on the road with the velocity of, due to the force, and it has the velocity of v, what will happen when compare with front side, back side having lower pressure and front side is having higher pressure region. Due to that, effect of pressure due to the weight, it will shifted at a distance of, in the second slide you can see, at a distance of a. So normally when the vehicle is not moving, tire is not moving, that center of gravity, it will be touching that perpendicular to the tire. So M into G, whatever we have learned already. But at the same time, due to the force acting on the tire and the pressure, the impact of pressure on the road, due to the tire and the road, impact will be at the distance of A. So now, for rolling resistance movement, TR is nothing but P into A. P is nothing but pressure due to the weight. So now, when to keep the vehicle moving, the rolling resistance due to the weight, what happened? There is a deformation in the radius of the tire. So the rolling resistance force into radius should be same as rolling resistance movement pressure into that distance A. So if you equate this to, we will get FRR, rolling resistance force, is nothing but P into A divided by RD. A divided by RD is nothing but coefficient of rolling resistance. So as we know, P is equal to M into G into cos theta. Therefore, rolling resistance force is nothing but mu RR mg into cos theta. So this is also opposing force of the vehicle. So let me explain what are the typical values of rolling resistance coefficient. So for concrete road, rolling resistance coefficient will be 0.01313. Then for asphalt road, the rolling resistance constant is also 0.013. Then for rolled gravel road, see there is a resistance is more, automatically mu RR will also more. Then again tar road, again mu RR equal to 0.025. Then field road, mu RR is varies between 0.1 to 0.35. Then trunk road or concrete bypass roads and all, you can see mu RR equal to 0.006 to 0.01. Then wheels on the rail, normally mu RR equal to 0.001 to 0.002. So these are all the various values of mu RR based on the vehicle where we are riding. So that people have to select this rolling resistance according to this. So with this, I would like to conclude today's presentation. So with this, with the another topic, we can meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Wish you all the best.